Good morning. We're going to be looking at Excel. Excel is a spreadsheet that is made by Microsoft. Excel software is one of their flagship softwares, and it is very much used in all industries across the globe. In this video, I'm going to show you the main features of Excel as well as how to open up Excel and how to save Excel. So let's start. Some of you might be having Mac computers or Apple computers, or some of you will be having PCs. So make sure before you start that you have loaded Excel. Excel can be found in Office 365 nowadays. So if you click on this window button to the left, and if you have Excel, you will see Excel and click on that. It takes a while to open Excel. It is going to pull everything together and come up with this. This is the first screenshot that you will be watching. Here you have Home, New, Open, Account, Feedback, and Options. We'll be using some of these features later on, but for the time being, I'm going to open a blank workbook. You can also, if you have worked on Excel before, it'll show you all the recent files that you have worked with. Or if you want to open an Excel file that you have already, then you click on Open. I'm going to have a new book, so I'm going to click on Blank Workbook. And this is how Excel is viewed on your computer. So let's take a look at some of the features. So you have here on the left side, these are the tabs that you have, and these buttons basically give you all the features. You also have some of these features which are given for each one of those buttons over there. And this is done by icons. Icons are small pictures. So if you click on File, you will see what you saw before, but you will also see some more things like save the file. You can click on this to save the file. You can click on Save As to browse and save the file at a particular place that you want or a particular location that you want. You can print, you can share, you can export the file, you can publish the file, and then you can close the file. So I'm going to go back to the original where you saw all the tabs and buttons, and that you can do by clicking on this. Okay, so one more time, click on this arrow button to the left. Now you're back again. If you click on this is the home. Home has got, you can cut particular value from the Excel, and you can paste it, you can format it, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to, before I do all these things, I want to show you the fundamental things in Excel. The fundamental things are that if you click on this, this is a cell, and this cell is called A1. And you can see this A1 here, and that is how it is shown as A1, and that is your cell. This cell is empty right now, but I can go ahead and type something. I'm going to type Tom. So Tom is the value of cell A1. Okay, Tom is the value of cell A1. So this is the value Okay. Now, let's choose another cell. I say I. So this cell is I7, which you can see here. I7. And suppose you do not see I7 here and you see something else like R and C and things like that. You can change this to I7. That you can do by clicking on File. At the bottom you see something called Options. Click on Options. And you have this pop-up window where you have various things here. One is called General, another one is called Formulas, Data, Proofing, so on and so forth. These are some of the options that you can create for yourself. Okay, for instance, my username is Ganesh Vaidi, and you can see that your username would be there if you open that. And you can put some defaults, you can type whatever, you can click on certain things to make sure how your preference, how you like it. If you click on Formula, see this one, R1, C1 reference style. I did not click that. That's why I see I7. If I click this, it is going to say R1, C1, which is row 1, column 1. So these are columns and these are rows. But I don't want R1, C1, but I want it to show as A7 or I7, those kind of things, which is the name of the cell. And I want to show the value of the cell as well. So I want to uncheck this, and I also want to make sure that your workbook calculations are automatic. Make sure that you have that. Those are the only two options you need right now from some of the default options that is already given to you. So after you do that, click on OK. So now I have I7 and there is nothing there. Suppose I want the same value of Tom in I7. It is, instead of typing in Tom over here, I can do one thing. I can, what is called a refer or reference. So I can do an reference. The basic reference is that I can click on this and say equal to, and basically click A1. So now it is going to have a formula here. The formula here is equal to A1. So you see this equal to A1, and then all you do is hit enter from your keyboard. And now you'll see Tom. This is the basic reference. Okay. I can do a lot to this cell, and that is called formatting. So I can make it bold, I can make it italic, I can make it with underline, I can increase the font size, I can decrease the font size, I can put all kinds of borders around it. See this, I have a thick border now. All you have to do is make sure that you click on that, and then I can change the color. I can change the font color and all that stuff. Let's take another cell, F13. I'm going to show you different data types. The first data type is a text. Tom is a text. Sometimes people call it string as well. But Tom is a text. Suppose I take F13. You see F13 here. So in the F13, it's an empty cell now. And I'm going to type 5. and hit enter. So now the value of this F13 is 5. The value of cell F13 is 5. Now I can format it. I can use, you see this button here, click on that, and it'll give you various things. You can calculate it, you can formulate it as a number, or you can formulate it as a currency. So let's say I want to formulate it as a currency. So I can put 5.0. You can see the dollar sign, and I have 2 decimal places already. So I can click on OK. So that gives you the $50. Let me make this a little bigger for you so you can see it. And I can make this into a zoom by clicking on View and Zoom and click OK. And now it is $5. I can do one more thing also. I can go back to Home, and if I click on this here, this dollar here, that is different. It shows you like an accounting type of dollar. It gives some space between the dollar and the number. So you can choose whichever you want to. By the way, in Excel, you can pretty much do the same thing in 10 different ways. And I'm going to show you only one way so that you don't get confused. And you can try other ways later on. So we have done some basic reference, and we have also done some formatting of the cells so far. Let's do one more advanced reference, and this is called absolute reference. Absolute reference. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to multiply this 1 times 5, 2 times 5, 3 times 5, so on and so forth. So what I can do is to create a formula here. So I'm going to click on E15. And I'm going to type equal to D15, that is number 1. When I say D15, it is a value that I'm using. So D15 value is 1 times, that is the shift 8, that star that you see there on top of 8, that is times F13, which is $5. And that gives me $5. See, Excel is smart. It already knows that this is $5. That's why it is putting $5. If it is just 5, it will not put $1 there. Okay, so it is sort of smart in that sense. Now what I can do is, see this, I can go to the bottom right-hand corner, or I can do this. I'm going to do this in an easier way. So I'm going to use the easiest thing. I can do it in multiple ways. I can just pull this down. That is one way of doing it. I delete it. Or I can Control C. That means I'm copying it. You press Control button and C at the same time. And then click on 2, next to 2, which is E16. Now I can put Control V. That means I'm pasting it. Okay? The problem now is it is 2 times 5. That's what you expect. But look at this. It is going to go to the next one, not 5, but next one. Because you copied it from this cell to this cell. It is expecting a value from this cell to this cell. There is no value here. But you really want to do 5 times 2. So for that, we need to do something different. What we have